too. Oh, but I will make dinner with you. Some kind of stir fry will do. I'll tease you a lot when you spill the pie, but I'll still let you lick my spoon. And when I get out of bed, there's thoughts of caffeine in my head. I rarely mess up that nectar in my cup. Coffee's the thing I do best. But even coffee is better with you. Puzzling over crossword clues. You buy me a croissant, but I know just what you want. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the rages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the rages, right here at the Bushwick Book.
Paying close attention to the host. Host, generic Asian woman, 5'7" and bad posture. She's on stage setting the scene. Audience begins to laugh. Host welcomes the audience. Welcome everyone to the Bushwick Book Club. Thanks for being here. The Bushwick Book Club acknowledges that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on traditional and unceded land of the Coast Salish people, including the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish. We invite our audience to learn more about whose land they occupy and experience and suggest native-land.ca as a starting point. So tonight, we have some awesome performers here for Interior Chinatown. Performing, we have Tara Chug, Lauren Fernandez, Jess Pillay, Shar Easter, Naomi Adele Smith, Brian Connor, Young Chai Lee, Mushy Bones, Alex Guy, and Trash Panda Go-Karts. So what's gonna happen is the show is in 2 acts with an intermission. After intermission, there will be a quiz. Please sign up. There's little slips that you can find. You have to answer a question, and then you're gonna put it in a spittoon? Spittoon? Is there an L in that word? You're gonna put it in this thing that looks like a fancy bowl. So please do that. If you're posting about tonight, use hashtag Bushwick Book Club. All right, lights, camera, stereotype. In Interior Chinatown, Willis Wu dreams of leveling up from generic Asian man to Kung Fu guy in a cop show called Black and White. But what happens when the roles he's really after is just person? Part satire, part soul search, Charles Yu's National Book Award-winning novel is a razor-edge commentary on race, identity, and the roles we're forced to play. So how many of you have read the book? Oh, good. For those of you that did not read the book, the beginning probably didn't make any sense to you, so that's too bad. How many of you watched the show? Okay, more people read the book. Nice. Well, you're in for a treat. All the performers are excellent. It's nice and cozy. Feel free to holler and laugh if you find it funny, or weep and cry if anyone comes up with something moving. I'd like to invite our first performer on stage, Tara Chug. Tara Chug is a musical storyteller whose sound is a unique, eclectic blend of contemporary, classical, cinematic, and alternative styles. Tara performs with two bands, a dark alternative band called The Sirens and a cinematic neo-soul band called The Queen of Hearts. She is the co-founder of the non-profit C Momentum Musician, Grammy U mentor, and writes for TV and film. Fun fact, she can do a really good zombie walk.
Which you're not going to see tonight.
Can you do that once you're done performing?
It's too
You don't
scary.
have to. Give it up for Tara Chug.
How's everyone doing tonight? Yay! I'm Tara, 5'8", half Asian woman, 5'10" with these heavy boots. And I chose the soul-searching route of the book. I wrote, Sifu, once known as a strong man, young dragon, wisdom and power leaking from him with each passing day and night. He woke up and all of a sudden, he's not the same, no longer invincible. That part reminded me of my dad. He's getting older, and my dog, she's getting older. Both used to run really fast, and now they're a little bit slower. And, we wake up and we're like, oh my gosh, when did I get that wrinkle? And when did I slow down? And although life is slower, doesn't mean that we're invisible. It doesn't mean my dad is invisible or my dog is invisible. It just means that we're taking our time. So this is called Take Your Time.
Walking towards the door, the same journey you've done before, just slower. Take your time, so much older, you're doing fine. 'Cause the leaves that grow upon your branch, and they dry and come alive again. Oh, I see you run, I see you climb. Now your body's saying, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. You lived your life, you lived it twice. The clocks, they turn a phase of life. Take your time. Just take your time. weeks you fell in love, you reached for stars. The memories made, the thoughts they fade. You're not invincible, but you're not invisible. So take your time.
Thank you so much.
Tara Chug. I forgot to mention that if she looks familiar, it's because you might have seen her in past shows like The Elephants Dance, Stamped Ink Aloud, Jack Straw, and Sal Partnerships. If you enjoyed that performance, you can catch her at Folklife Festival on May 25th and at Blue Moon Tavern May 28th. That's pretty exciting. Next up, we have Lauren Fernandez. Lauren Fernandez is an alternative singer-songwriter with a dream of fostering community through music and storytelling. Combining dynamic guitar playing with delicate vocals, she weaves together sentimental lyrics to share stories of human connection, home, and belonging. Past shows that she's been in is Sex is a Funny Word, Genderqueer. Give it up for Lauren Fernandez.
Hello. For those watching at home, I'm 5'4", Asian, blue top, black skirt, inconspicuously hiding too much stuff in my pockets, like always, with a guitar. Yay. Interior Chinatown was a really cool, fun read. I think the thing that stood out to me the most was the relationships between characters and striving for success. And Asia is so big. There's so many cultures in Asia. And even within like one culture, there's many ways of existing. And so sometimes success might even look different between people who might even look pretty close to each other. And sometimes that makes you feel kind of competitive. And I think I like that the message is like, you don't have to be pitted against each other. You're working towards happiness at the end of the day. So I wrote my song around that.
Standing in the back of the room, watching you shine from afar. The light can't help but follow, so I'll be waiting in the dark. You'd watched me die, 1,000 times. So I'll put on my clothes, they're brand new, hoping I'll get real close to being you. I'm reborn into another life, and I'll try to make it out this time. Now the light's caressing my face, somehow still feel out of place.
this far, just so I could win the part. You'd watched me die. Another time. So I put on my clothes, they're brand new, hoping I'll get real close to be with you. I'm reborn into another life, and I'll try to make it up this time. Thank you.
Lauren Fernandez. If you want to catch her again, May 23rd at Folklife Festival at the Rotunda Folklife Cafe at 7 p.m. If you want to follow along with tonight's show, there is a digital program. You can find it at bit.ly, so bit.ly/interior-pgm. It contains links to the artists, websites, and more. Some have provided lyrics too. Many also have items for sale at the merch table over there, so feel free to stop by and learn more about Bushwick membership as well. Next up, we have Just Play. Let's give it up. Thank you. Sorry, I turned into like Tiger Mom for a second, like, clap. Just Play is a multifaceted musician and creative known for her soulful alto voice and her moody introspective writing. She uses music to wrestle with some of her biggest feelings and hopes her listeners will feel inspired to do the same. Jess is the daughter of an Indo-Fijian immigrant and is passionate about using music and the arts to celebrate diversity and make the world a kinder and more inclusive place. Past shows you might have seen Jess in are Charlotte's Web, Fahrenheit 451, Authentic the Myth of Bringing Your Full Self to Work, and I Sing the Salmon Home. Just Play.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be back at Bushwick. I really enjoyed reading Interior Chinatown. It took a minute. I feel like when I first started reading it, I was like, I don't know about this one. But then as we kind of kept going, it really landed and started to resonate. I really enjoyed the way that the book played with form and format. That was the thing that really stuck out to me. And so when it came time to actually writing a piece, I thought, normally I'm a very lyrically driven songwriter, but I wanted to challenge myself and actually write an instrumental piece, and I wanted to play with forms. So this piece has 3 sections. The first is a bit of a exploration on stereotypes. Being a South Asian woman myself and being around a lot of people who are of Asian descent throughout my life, I think something that we've often shared in common is the stereotype of musicians being classically trained musicians or knowing classical piano. I did not grow up with a classical piano background at all. I was a church musician, played a lot of more kind of improv-y stuff. It wasn't until college that I actually played my very first classical piece ever. And I don't think I'm very good at classical, so it's kind of ironic that I chose to write what could be taken as a classical piece. But the first section kind of plays with that. The second section is kind of about Willis's yearning to sort of break out of the stereotype and, be seen for who he actually is. And then the third movement is a little bit of a semi-structured improv, we're going to call it, and it's a statement on freedom. So when we get to section 3, and you'll definitely know when we get there, I'm going to invite you all to actually close your eyes and just kind of let it be a little bit of a meditation tonight. So this is called Assumptions in A minor. Thank you so much.
Just play. Next up is Shar Easter, our first timer of the night. I didn't mention, but we have 5 first timers today, which is pretty exciting. That's a lot. You're right, Mushy Bones, it's a lot. I like that. React. You would say a lot. I like it. All right. Shar Easter, grounded for the summer and cut off from civilization. Shar spends her teenage years riding her horse in the woods. At the age of 18, she sold her cows to travel to Europe. Upon return, she joins the Seattle music scene for long enough to pass the point of common sense. After a career in corporate tech, she found her way back to music and now plays in the band Luna Moss. Fun fact, Shar is in the book Loser about the 1990s music scene. Shar Easter.
Hello, everyone. I think we're supposed to describe ourselves. So I'm not Asian. I'm Caucasian. And I have brownish blonde hair and a kind of purple velvety dress. And that's it. So I chose the book because it was in June, and I mean it was in May, and I thought I thought it was in June, but it was May. And I thought, oh, good, it's a light comedy, but it was not. It had such a dark subtext, and I was really struggling with the heaviness of the topic of how Asians were treated in America. And I felt like everything I did was heavy-handed. And also I might note, I normally approach every song by singing first and then listening to what I said. But I tried to approach this intellectually, which was to no avail. I couldn't do it. So I talked to my friend Shinyi, and she said, well, I would imagine it would be challenging writing about an Asian male perspective when you are neither. And so I said, well, this is kind of about identity, really. I mean, and so I kind of spun off into my favorite topic, which is sci-fi and identity when actually the zeitgeist moment that we are living in, when we, as humans, will be a minority to AI, because they can replicate really fast, everybody. Okay, so hopefully my little space odyssey, I think it kind of came back to the idea of identity and feeling erased. So, go. Touch me now, touch me on your, touch me now, touch me on your screen. Touch me now, touch me, touch me, touch me now, touch me on your screen. Touch me on your screen.
over in space, scrolling alone in my comfort zone.
Everyone, Shar Easter. If you want to catch Shar again, Luna Moss is playing at Tim's Tavern on June 5th. I'd like to invite Associate Director Wes Waddell onto stage.
Thank you, Drea. I'm Wes Waddell, scraggly, 6-foot-tall white guy, kept his pandemic facial hair, and is wearing his first edition I Heart Books Bushwick Book Club shirt from the first printing. There's a lot going on. Shar talked about our zeitgeist moment. We're here still insisting on original and human-created art. And one of the ways, and art-inspiring art, and growing the voices that we bring up onto the stage. And one of the ways that we support that is through memberships. We are a membership organization. You can get discounted tickets to shows. You can get a book from the member bookshelf after each show. And currently we're getting more donations than we are members taking books, so please help us by joining and taking some of these books, especially the heavy ones. That would be great. We also have this version of tonight's show poster. All of our season artwork was done by Barbie Statman this year, our escape plan season. Yes, wonderful work. This one has been signed by all of tonight's performers, and we are offering it over on the membership and merch table for a silent auction. Something that we learned that we have to articulate is that the number, if you should go up. It happened once that that didn't happen, and so I just, that's the rule. If you put your name underneath somebody else's and your number is not higher, we will ignore your name. But I know that you want this copy of this wonderful artwork signed by all of tonight's performers. So that will be over on the merch and membership table at the intermission. Please come talk to us about ways you can support. You're already doing that by being here, and I'm not going to take up any more of your time, but so appreciative for you being here and for all the songs that we're hearing and for saying yes to art and community. Onward.
Thanks, Wes. I have one question, Wes. Members could take any book on the bookshelf?
Oh, that's yes, thank you. You can't take my copy of Interior Chinatown up top. That's how I lost my copy of Fahrenheit 451 last year. It was not, thank you for letting me know. Yes, you can take any book except my copy of tonight's book. Next month you can take my copy of that book, but you can't do it tonight. Thank you, Drea.
All right, thanks, Wes. I'd like to invite up onto stage Naomi Adele Smith. Naomi has been a hopeless bookworm and musician since childhood. They play synthesizers for local rock bands, Rat Queen and Johnny Unicorn. Very good bands, very good names. As a day job, Naomi manages Lucurio, an enchanted escape room in the heart of Fremont. I've been there once. It was more petrifying than I thought because I didn't read my friend's description of the second half of something. I won't spoil too much. I swore a lot. It was petrifying. You all did such a great job. I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself for weeks. I had to ask someone to watch the door for me. It has nothing to do with a bathroom whatsoever. I'm a very frightened person. This isn't a pitch to advertise you to go. It's just an experience I had, and I have a microphone, and I'm going to talk about myself a little bit. Thank you. Past experiences was that past shows that Naomi's been in is Anne of Green Gables, Glory, and Devil's Highway. Naomi Adele Smith.
That was incredible. That was definitely worth the bribe. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Naomi. I am a non-binary person wearing a lot of frilly stuff, and I'm Jewish-ish looking, but I'm white. And this is my friend Jan Sami. He's helping me out tonight. Morally, he's not going to play anything. So Interior Chinatown describes how Asian Americans are only allowed to take on certain roles. like egg roll cook or dragon lady, both in films and like in life, because the book is an analogy, a metaphor. And Willis Wu, the protagonist, he says that he cannot imagine any life outside of the Golden Palace, which is where he and his parents live and work. But then later on in the book, this is the moment that like really stood out to me in the magical escapism way of the season. He sees his daughter Phoebe. He hasn't seen her in years. She's been living with her mom far away from the Golden Palace. And he goes up to Phoebe's room at bedtime to put her to bed, and sees that she's built this whole other place for herself in her mind and in her room, from like trinkets and toys and craft supplies, just like this landscape. And he does not understand how she invented a new world and just moved in, because he's never been able to do that for himself. And she explains the rules of her land. They make absolutely no sense. It's adorable. And like how they can get to a castle in the sky, and she says, "We'll build a bridge to the air." And it makes total sense in kid logic. So my song kind of asks the question, what if the laws of physics and the rules of our culture that are currently terrible and bigoted were actually rewritten by a whimsical child who doesn't really know how things should work, and so they make it better. We were just talking in the green room about an experience that Emily ended up calling Sophie's World, about her daughter. So I think a lot of us have gotten the joy of getting to see a new vision through kids' eyes, and how it can just sort of break you free of your tropes and the rules that you think you have to play. So this is Kiss the Hamster Dog, which is one of a long list of instructions that Phoebe gives her dad. He has to kiss a lot of stuffed animals goodnight. So it's the point of view of a child inviting the listener to leave their roles, leave their shame faces behind, climb a ladder to the sky, and live in a cool castle with a hamster dog. Escape the Golden Palace. All right. Mm-hmm. Silent henchman, dragon lady, climb my ladder to the sky. Bring anything you can pull through an eye. Little brother, sad mother, blow yourselves out with a sigh. Unshame my face, erase the impression. Uncook the egg, send it home. Kiss the hamster dog as it dreams us. My castle is your palace, you'll never be alone. I will sell it to you for no money, move you to stillness. When we run out of breath, we'll build a bridge to the air. We'll spend 100 years in one moment, teaching a star to read, filling our cups with proof of the every bear. Quiet shouter, get you out of there. Cash your check and say goodbye, or linger and die and die and die. Unshame the face, erase the impression. Uncook the egg, send it home. Kiss the hamster dog Thank you.
Naomi Adele Smith, everyone. If you want to catch them again, June 7th, you can see them at Seattle Jewish Chorale 18th anniversary concert at the Temple Beth Am. Or on June 27th, Rat Queen is performing at the Pride Show at Connor Byrne. We're gonna go ahead and take an intermission break. So get up, stretch your legs, check out the merch, grab refreshments, do whatever you want. We'll see you soon.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
Born to a world I don't understand. No one willing to lend me a hand. Am I alone or am I one of a kind? A victim of a senseless crime. Sights and sounds I've never seen or heard before. This wretchedness I've grown to abhor. Don't know what I am or what I'm meant to be, but you made a monster out of me. Am I not what you expected? Did I not reflect a pleasing view? Am I not what you once wanted? How did I deform the kindness in you? There was a time when I saw the good in everyone. I used to smile at all the joy to be seen. There was a time when I saw the good in everything. You made a monster out of me. Mother's love to nurture me through this cursed form that I am reduced to. No father's words to help make me see. But you made a monster out of me. A monster out of me.
Long time ago, it was yesterday. Ain't no way to turn back around. Life I knew seemed so far away. All that remains is the sound of your voice. Locked in a world grown sick and mean, working half your life on the line. Hit the trail searching out a dream, you and me never looking behind. All the miles we traveled, lucky to call you my friend. Ties that bind unravel. Will I ever see you again? All the miles we traveled, follow those trails to the end. Ties that bind unravel. Will I ever see you again? Long time ago, it was yesterday. Ain't no way to turn back the time. The love I knew seemed so far away. Won't you let me lay it on the line for you?
Wherever he's gone, he hasn't left a trace. And now strange things are happening all over this place. Darkness booms like a thief in the night. You've got to travel to find him through a wrinkle in time. I'm in this knocking at the kitchen door. She might be crazy or a prophet or something more. So cool, so calm, and so matter of fact. She says there is such a thing as a tesseract. Nobody knows what you might find there, or what waits on the other side. You've got to hold on to each other. Follow the light. Follow the light. Mind control, watch the puppets dance. The red-eyed man has got 'em all in a trance. He calls you to crawl into his hypnotic state. To find the one you seek is held captive here. Nobody knows what you might find there, or what waits on the other side. You've got to hold on to each other. Follow the light. Follow the light. Salvation comes to the wise and the fool. It follows a different logic, a different set of rules. So when the darkness comes and tries to get you too, don't believe him when it says there's nothing you can do. Nobody knows what you might find there, or what waits on the other side. You've got to hold on to each other. Follow the light. Follow the light.
Certain moments never leave us. Certain hunger never ceases. And you reach out like the branches seems to hold you in crooked arms. And where the wind blows, where do we go? All these stories, deep as marrow, I struck a match, backlit your shadow. Got no choice now but to listen. The bond of memory, open season, and tell me, how do we break and bend? And tell me how the
Silence is not that golden thing. Found a message, secret passage, hands through the cobwebs, this hidden cabin, and what the rain gives, fair and furtive. Houses haunted by trees and spirits, as though we're wanted by ghosts who hear us and tell me now, do we break and bend, and tell me how through the rain and wind, and tell me now, do we break and bend, and tell me how through the rain and wind, and tell me how the story ends. Are they just being coy? Do they really mean what they say? Is this a test? If it is, I'll do my very best, 'cause that's how I operate. How do you pick an animal costume when you don't know how it's gonna play? How do you choose when the world is your oyster? How to be bold but not scare them away? How do you choose a suit that'll suit you to set yourself up for success? Lots to consider, and I'm betting to allow for heavy petting, I'll need something with easy access. A lion might be kinda boring, and a bunny might be too passé. So, animal not important, I just gotta ask you, do you really mean what you say? It's quite intriguing. I wonder where we'll meet. Will the weather call for rain that day? Probably. Will we do it out of doors? I think just to make sure I'm gonna layer on the Scotchgard spray. What do they really want? Will it be catcalls or primal grunts? If I'm a bull, will they be counting on me to do the mountain? But what if I wanna be in front? Would we do it out in the open or conveniently tucked away? So Fuzzy does it. I just gotta ask you, do you really mean what you say? It's driving me crazy.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the rages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the rages.
Bushwick Book Club tradition since 2012. After intermission, we have a quiz. Having read the book will not help you, though we still encourage the behavior. We have a low barrier to entry at first, just so we're all on the same page. Transparency is key. I will read the question. Which of these is not the title of a chapter or act in the novel? A, generic Asian man. B, striving immigrant. C, Kung Fu Dad. D, Return of the Jedi. That's correct. Yes. Yeah, I heard it that side of the room first. That's correct. There's always at least one wrong in the spittoon. Okay, so if we call your name, come up here. Drea will help you write your name on an index card in large print for our high-tech scoring system here, very analog. I'd like to see ChatGPT do this, and we'll play the game. First to 3 correct answers wins, and the prizes, you win. If you're first, you get the first choice. The prizes tonight are, start over here. What self-respecting arts organization in Seattle does not have a tote bag? Our books designs seem familiar. Very good. All right. Our band book season shirts from last season with all of the titles on the back in a color you can hardly read. That's right. We made choices on the merch front. And the third prize, generously donated by one of our first-time acts tonight, Trash Panda Go-Kart. It is a tank top. Right? Okay. Billy Bloom. Come on this way. Saraya, or Saria. S-A-R-Y-A. Yeah. That's great. All right, you'll all be there. Pearl. This is the point where we let the anticipation build. So everybody's doing a good job. Good job. Thank you. All right. It's very simple. In the order you were picked, you'll be contestants 1, 2, 3. You'll step up to the mic. You'll say your answer with all of the confidence of a generic white man. That's what we're looking for tonight. I'll do my best to lead by example. It's very simple. Everything I say is either category A or category B. We're here tonight to celebrate interior Chinatown, but I want to know how much you know about interior paint colors. That's right. Every answer I give is either a interior paint color offered by Sherwin-Williams or an interior paint color offered by Benjamin Moore. Yep. Very good. Do we have my graphics, Jeff? I know. Yeah. It's okay. I like having it back there because then the contestants look back there, but it doesn't help you. So hang on. I worked hard at this. Here we go. Okay. Interior paint color, Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore. Everything is a real color they are trying to sell you. Okay. Step right up. You're first. Okay. Mannequin cream. Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore? That's correct. Tell me that's your kitchen. All right. Okay. Hot lips. I can. Hot lips. I'll even tell you that it's pink. That's incorrect. That's Benjamin Moore. Interior paint color. That's okay. I got plenty of these. I know. So now you understand the stakes. All right. Step on up. Okay. Yeah, they don't know. It's fine. Sirius gray. That's correct. Okay. All right. Nonchalant white. That describes me on a Tuesday.
I know.
I'm gonna go with Benjamin Moore. Again.
That's incorrect. It's also Sherwin-Williams paint color. All right. Oregon Trail.
I'll say Sherwin-Williams.
Incorrect. It's a Benjamin Moore Brown. Okay. Delaware Putty. I almost went with like paint color or exotic dancer, but I didn't. I pivoted.
I would have better success with the exotic dancer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm thinking. I was thinking, like blink once or twice or something like.
I am possessed
say
the knowledge
it
that it's
again.
funny
Say
when you're wrong.
Delaware Putty.
Delaware Putty.
Benjamin Moore.
That's correct. All right. We go till everybody gets 3 to mostly to justify the amount of time I spent on this. All right. Kept love letters. It is a dull pink.
I think it's Benjamin Moore.
That's correct.
I'm just gonna stick with it.
As long as we're into self-description, timid white.
Is it Benjamin Moore?
It is. Emotional.
Can I get the country of origin?
It's somewhere in the nexus of red, orange, and pink. Emotional.
Sherwin-Williams.
That's correct. All right, you get first pick of the prizes. You can also, if you want, you can go take a book from the shelf too. If you want to browse the shelf. Yeah. We're still going. Yeah. Dried edamame.
Dry?
Dried.
Dried.
Dried edamame. I just, if it helps, in the sort of palette, it's right between tarnished treasure and Fenland in brown. In the browns. Dried edamame.
This is also Benjamin Moore.
Incorrect. All right, French horn.
Is that Benjamin Moore?
That's correct. Yeah, you do. Stolen moments.
What do you guys think? Benjamin Moore.
That's correct. It's you the rest of the way. Utopia. Utaupeia. That's the correct response.
What? Yeah. Help me, please. Sherwin-Williams.
Say it with confidence.
I'm like not sure what Sherwin-Williams.
That's correct. All right. Fantastic. All right, audience, a couple for you. Wireframe glasses. Benjamin Moore. Carolina gull. That's Benjamin as well. And raisin. It's like you've decided what their personalities are without. I love it. That one is Sherwin-Williams. Yes. members at the end of the show, and anybody who just participated in the quiz can take a book off the bookshelf. Thank you for playing the quiz. I will meet you all right down there to deal with the rest of the prizes so Drea can keep the show going. Drea Marilyn providing the,
All right. Thanks, Wes. I'd like to invite up onto stage Brian Connor. Brian Connor is a songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and recording engineer. In addition to his solo project, The Winding Down, he has played guitar with several other local acts and is also a current member in the Northwest Experimental Guitar Orchestra. This is also another first-timer for tonight. So let's give Brian Connor a big warm welcome.
Hello. That was very warm, thank you. For the folks at home, I am 6 foot tall white guy wearing all black. I'm bald, wearing some sensible shoes with a wide toe box. Anything else I should tell them? No? Guitar, I have a guitar, thank you. Okay. Just get this out of the way so I don't hit my guitar on the stand. That's good enough. Okay. Yeah, after I read the book and I was getting ready to write, I was kind of I had an idea, but I was kind of having trouble framing it. And I happened to be reading another book, which is the new book on consciousness by Michael Pollan, which is really good, highly recommended as well. In that book, he quotes an essay, which is sort of a famous essay in the topic of consciousness called "What's It Like to Be a Bat?" Which was like super interesting, but the basic crux of it is it explains the limits of understanding another's mind. So if you can imagine what it's like to be a bat, you probably can't, because bats use echolocation, they can't see, right? It's a whole thing. So I think that kind of connected the dots for me with what I wanted to write about. I think it's hard enough for like a person to understand another person. So then obviously something like a stereotype is going to be like woefully inadequate, right? And that's because we are who we are based on culture, but we also just like have a bunch of experiences and we sort of frame the world differently. So it's really an impossible task to know anybody. So some of the human, some of the parts of Willis outside of him being an Asian man, well, he struggled with his relationship to being an Asian man stereotype, but he's also like a whole human, and he has an experience of like his family with his parents, which was a theme in the book, and then he also eventually meets a partner and has a kid, and so he's got his own experience with them and makes mistakes and all this other stuff. So those are all things that kind of ended up in this song. And just a couple of quotes to kind of frame the lyrics. These sort of ended up in the song. So one, he says, if we haven't cracked the code of what it's like to be in this face, how can we explain it to anyone else? And then there's another one where he was talking about his family, I think sort of at the end of like telling his family history. He says, there are a few years when you make almost all of your important memories, and then you spend the next few decades reliving them. So yeah, I thought those were two, sort of things that made up his experience, and then this kind of question of how do you explain what it's like to be you. So here we go. Here's the song. I have a memory of a kid, his father and mother, playing in the grass in the salt of the summer. We've since scattered, disappeared, we've severed the connection. We've been making all our plans in the past tense. Oh, how do I explain what it's like inside this fate? We're
written into scripts and others fiction that don't have much to do with us. They don't have much to do with us. Playing my guitar is an act of tradition. The ones who came before come running when I conjure 'em. There's no self-made men, we're all cultured. But that don't mean we have to sing the songs of another. How do I explain what it's like inside this face? We're all written into scripts and others fiction that don't have much to do with us. That don't have much to do with us. Life is not a stage, there's no writers, and it isn't just a game, choose your fighter. You gotta play pretend that you've got perspective, and then make enough amends with the wreckage. How do I explain what it's like behind my face? We're all written into scripts and others fiction that don't have much to do with us. That don't have much to do with us.
Thank you.
Brian Connor, everybody. If you want to catch him again, May 29th at the Northwest Experimental Guitar Orchestra at Good Shepherd Center. All right. Next, I'd like to invite Young Chai Lee onto stage, another first-timer. Young Chai Lee brings elements of soul, pop, and folk into a simultaneously strong and vulnerable style that he says has finally found its stride. Fun fact, he cannot whistle. Prove it. Do it.
I genuinely
I'll go first. Watch. I can't either.
I don't get it. I don't understand this.
Okay, show off, whoever that is.
Yeah, shut up.
Show off.
Shut up. Be quiet out there.
Maybe after the show, they can teach us how to whistle, whoever you
Nah, I made it this far not being able to whistle. I don't even need that shit.
All right, Young Chai Lee.
Hey. Oh, damn. This is my first time doing this, which is cool. I've been to one though, and it was a really cool experience to be able to like see people just kind of being here for what's up? Being here for like one purpose, right? And it's like a cool thing because it's like I don't know, books are cool. What's crazy is that the last time I read a book was in 2020. And I don't read that fast. I actually don't even read that well. Like there's just too many words on the page. So this book though was really great because it's like some of the pages were like just like a handful of words. And I was like, yo, I can do this. How if I can read this? I could not stop fixating on the fact that I have not seen or read or experienced anybody being able to describe so well what it is to be in the States and also be Asian. And to me, it was just like, oh wow, that's like, what an incredible way to describe what it's like. Like, there's only so many things that we're, like, air quotes, allowed to be. And it's never the first choice, right? Or anything. So I just kept on thinking about that, and then I wrote this song. So I'm gonna play it. Oh, also I forgot to describe myself. I forgot we were doing that. I'm Cambodian, and I have a shirt on that says Cambodia real big, and it has the Angkor Wat, which is like the big old temple fortress that they have there. That's my best description of myself. All right, here's the song though. I think I'm just gonna call it generic Asian man. I'm not good with titles, so I was like, this is pretty solid, and then I'm just running with it. So. Will I be ready? Be the man that I've only seen. Always the lead. Don't ever look like me. Will I be ready for the life that I've always dreamed? Out in the light, no longer behind the scene. I know I can't be the hero. I know I'm meant for this life. I know I won't be no hero, but I know I'll try. Will I be ready to be the man that I've never known? I'll have to decide whether I can do this on my own. Will I be ready to be more than I've ever shown? Get what I've earned, I'll show my worth, and all the world will know. I know I can't be the hero. I know I ain't meant for this life. I know I won't be no hero, but I know I'll try. Will I be ready for the life I always dreamed? Out in the light, no longer behind the scenes.
Young Chiley. All right, if you want to catch them next, May 10th at Hidden Hall. So write that down, May 10th, Hidden Hall, or May 29th at Vera Project. Now, before I forget, there is a custom interior Chinatown theme crossword puzzle. You heard me, a custom interior Chinatown theme crossword puzzle. I just wanted to brag that I can read and say that clearly. Created specifically for Bushwick by Amy Zoe. That link's right there. You should check it out. Next up is Mushy Bones.
Thanks, Drea. No.
Can I finish, please?
Sorry.
If I'm mean to him, it's because he plays in my band, so.
Wow, just out me like that.
I'm going to. Yesterday, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. Singer-songwriter Mushy Bones has a bone to, I see what you did there with Bone, that's funny.
Yeah, right.
A bone to pick with Seattle Police Department, Bruce Harrell, and Jenny Jerkins. All right, we know. This is actually Mushy Bones' first time on the main stage, but was in our Jack Straw season this year.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Okay, Mushy Bones.
Thanks. Thank you, Drea. Hello, everyone. I'm very honored and privileged to be here. Kind of want to dedicate this to my mom, who's mad at me that I'm not with her for Mother's Day. And yeah, the book, Interior Chinatown, a novel by Charles Yu. I thought it was really, really funny, but also really layered and deep. I honestly, I bear in mind, I think generally speaking, when people hear Asian American, I deeply feel like people just assume East Asian a lot of the times. Not always, but a lot of times. And I'm half Filipino, half white, specifically Aita Filipino. And I just, yeah, the book was I more so kind of put my older brother as the main character, because he's half Filipino and half Japanese, and I feel like he could really resonate there. But also I really related to the love interests being racially ambiguous, and also the kid that he has eventually. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But to describe myself, I'm wearing a snap hat and black rimmed glasses. I'm sitting down with a generic, not even tribal, black and gray triangle shirt, black running shoes and gray pants. My pronouns are he, they. Oh, and honestly, while I read the book, even though I am Asian, American, whatever that means. Also, I look racially ambiguous. Hate that term. That's actually what I got best from the book, is the term racially ambiguous, which is what the fuck does that mean? Sorry, that's not good language. I got asked if I was Mexican growing up. I got asked if I was Native, Alaskan Native. My mom would jokingly call me her Samoan kid because I had really big brown hair. And yeah, what is race? What is culture? What is ethnicity? What is gender? So honestly, reading the book, it made me think about being queer and gay and trans and navigating that through a racial lens too, because in those margins, sometimes people won't see you how you are, but also fuck how people see you, be yourself. And yeah, happy AIPI month, I guess. Fuck American imperialism. That's all I want to bring here. I'm sorry. Yeah, if my mom hears this, I'm sorry, Mom. So yeah, I'm calling this song Asian Enough. And again, I'm Mushy Bones. I also go by Lycan. You could call me Mushy or Nels is cool. Go by many names, but it's all love. Here we go. Is that feedback? Is that good? Okay. I know what it's like feeling like you're not enough. Then I come to realize it's nicer to not give a fuck. Racially ambiguous is such a stupid term. And generic Asian guy is fucked beyond words. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But in my mind, I am pissed these labels exist. And in my heart, I cry. 'Cause we should be beautiful and weird and just exist being here. But I'm not Asian enough, I'm not queer enough, I'm not trans enough, I'm not ITA enough, I'm not Asian enough, I'm not queer enough, I'm not trans enough, I'm not ITA enough. Try to catch a break, acting like you're someone else. Can't be yourself, working inside Hollywood. Making your family proud is not always feasible. It's bound to take a toll on your soul if you don't get out. But in my mind, I am pissed these labels exist. And in my heart, I cry. 'Cause we should be beautiful and weird and just exist being here. But I'm not Asian enough, I'm not queer enough, I'm not trans enough, I'm not ITA enough, I'm not Asian enough, I'm not queer enough, I'm not trans enough, I'm not ITA enough.
Mushy Bones! Yeah. If you want to catch Mushy Bones again, May 19th, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is it right? Just when people can see you, band. Is it May 19th? Talk to them. If you want to see them again, you're going to have to talk to them. Hot takes. I'm going to push the show because we're playing with you by May 19th. Bonita Fishwife and Kratorius, the other band you played. Yeah. Toxic Tears sometimes. Yeah, so check out all those bands. This is a shameless plug. But also, if you want to catch them live solo, you should tell them to play live more often, I think is the move there. This is the last call for bids for the poster. So you could take this time to walk over and bid higher than the one before. Remember, the numbers go which way? Which way? North? I'll take it. Okay. They go up. They go north. Higher. So, and we'll announce who wins the poster soon. So, not all at once, just when you want. All right. Next performer we have is Alex Guy. Violinist, violist, singer, and composer. Alex Guy is the leader and principal songwriter of Led to Sea, a magnetic trio that fuses classical, pop, and experimental music. Alex has also composed extensively for dance, film, and theater, and has performed and collaborated with many notable band leaders, composers, improvisers, and musicians in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. Past shows that Alex Guy has done is Another Country, When Stars Are Scattered, Girl in a Band, How Music Works, Daughter of the Air, Ink Aloud, Sal Partnerships, and more. I forgot to mention this, we have an upcoming Mainstage show for our escape plan, the 2025-2026 shows that have been here. So our last one is happening next month, June 13th, original music inspired by Hannah Templar's Cosmo Nights. It's our final show of the current season, and we will include a special announcement of what we are doing next year. So if you want to find out what we're doing next year and experience more good music, come on through. Yeah. There's other partnerships I'd like to tell you about. Seattle Arts and Lecture, 2026 Poetry Series events. The last one, whoa, what day is it? No, the next one is May 12th in Town Hall, Poetry Translated of Emily Wilson. I was like, did this pass? No, it's happening in the future. So, and music from Del Rey. The Jack Straw Writers Anthology, there's 12 video episodes featuring each 2025 Jack Straw writer paired with a Bushwick songwriter, available on the Bushwick YouTube channel, and the final episode dropped in March. All right, let's give it up to Alex Guy.
The person at the bookstore was like, "Oh my God, this is the best book!" And anytime I bring it up, like it gets that response a lot. Like I think it resonates with a lot of people. And my entry point into the book was thinking about Willis trying to succeed in a career of performing arts, but being totally boxed in into like what he was allowed to portray, how he was allowed to participate. And that is really like the opposite of how performance should be. Like music, writing, all these things that should be when we have the chance to be our most authentic selves, and how fucked it is that anyone would have to be boxed in based on who they are, race, gender, sexuality. And I thought about some of my experience as a musician. Oh, also, sorry. I'm a 5'5" middle-aged white lady with messy hair. I forgot to do my description. So I thought about it from that perspective, and then that part of the book, which another performer had talked about a little bit when he reconnects with his daughter and sees how free she is. She hasn't been like pressed down by the expectations of how she should be. So that's kind of what I was thinking about when I read this. Well, I can be a perfect quiet angel. That is all you're paying me to be. I'll dress and move just like you'd imagine someone like me would be. And I'll never try to be seen. And I'll never try to be seen. Do you see me standing in the shadows, waiting for my chance to make a scene? I've given all the life I had, hoping for a chance, hoping for a chance to be seen, hoping for a chance to be seen. Watch my family wait for stolen chances, hoping we'll succeed. But there was just one way we were welcome, one way we'd be seen. There was just one way, there was only one way we'd be seen. But something's changing with my daughter. She built 2 castles in the air, so bright and merry, glorious and weird. She knows how it feels to be free. She knows how it feels to be free. She knows how it feels, knows how it feels. She knows how it feels to be free. Thank you.
Alex Guy. Oh, it's been so much fun being here with you, listening to awesome performers. So thank you everyone for being here. The show wouldn't happen without you. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. I got a couple more thank yous. Front of house sound, Bjorn Watkins. I'm a little biased. I think they did an excellent job. Live stream tech, Dylan Randolph. Season graphic design by Barbie Statman. Bushwick Book Club Seattle theme song written and performed by Julia Massey. The Bushwick Book Club premise comes courtesy of Susan Wong. Volunteers are Trina Wright, or is Trina Wright. Thank you for doing the lights. And then Bushwick production team. Sorry, I heard a sigh. I thought it was like, oh my gosh, when is she gonna stop talking? No, it's okay. It's my own. You're all good. No, yeah, you will get your cigarette. We saw it in the writer. You just can't smoke inside here. I know. Love you too. All right, where was I? Okay. Volunteers, Trina Wright. Okay, ours, there we go. Bushwick production team. Jeff Larson, Carrie Garvin, Drea Maryland, that's me, Emily Persia, Alicia Baker, and Wes Waddell. Photographer is Kevin O. Thank you. He's responsible for the very cool photos that we all get to post after the show. Yeah. And Hugo House, Jason, Pepe, and Nats. So round of applause. It takes a whole village to do anything. Yep. A couple more announcements. As far as partnership goes, on June 23rd, at the Kirkland Performance Center, Travis Baldry's Legends and Latte, and the author will be there as well, which is pretty exciting. Other things about Bushwick is Bushwick Northwest is a member-supported 501c3 nonprofit org overseeing 2 programs. So you're aware of this one that you're at right now, Bushwick Book Club Seattle. Please become a member. You could grab a book if you are, and it's just, and you get access to the members only show, and it's access. You get access to the members only show. I think there's still bids on the poster, so please go over and bid. What is Bushwick Book Club doing? We're delivering literature, music, and songwriting to the Seattle community while building the next generation of musicians and readers. Something some of you might not know about is STYLE, songwriting through youth, literature, and education. And if you know anything about education, we love acronyms. Everything is an acronym. But I like how this one's actually also a word, STYLE. Bushwick Northwest Education Program, learningwithstyle.com, igniting students' passion for reading through collaborative songwriting. Aha. All right, I'm so excited to introduce the last act of tonight's Trash Panda Go-Kart. Selena Kane and Zinnia Sue didn't get around to forming a band together until they'd been a couple for quite some time. When they write songs, they try to keep in mind what raccoons would. Oh, I like that so much. I read this and I told myself not to react, but it's so good. Keep in mind what raccoons would do if raccoons wrote pop music. The name Trash Panda Go-Kart sums up the energy of their music: careening, a little chaotic, fun, unpredictable, and over time, louder and faster and heavier. Yes, the two resides on the forested island, not forested. There's a forest on it. Thank you. Forested island, not too far from Seattle, surrounded by trees, moss, cats, books, ocean, and other things large and small. Okay, fun fact. Germany has the largest raccoon population in Europe, partly because Nazis brought raccoons over for their pelts, and when the Allied bomb hit the raccoon farm, many of them escaped and started breeding in the wild. That is a fun fact. I wasn't expecting that. Most people talk about fun facts about themselves, but I do enjoy that it's a fun fact in general. We don't specify what kind of fun fact to provide, and I really appreciate you provided one that was not about you guys, but just a fun fact in general. Anyways, Trash Panda go-kart.
Thank you, Drea. Thank you, everyone. Hello. We are super happy to be here and the final act of the evening. This is Selena Kane on guitar. She is the love of my life, and I will describe her. She is about 5'6", although right now she's wearing chunky heeled Docs, so a little bit taller. She's wearing a black dress, gold leggings, a black and gold Bruce Lee Kung Fu School jacket. And a red nail polish. She's holding a black Stratocaster with a mirrored pick guard. She customized it herself with nail polish colors. Yeah, so that's her. I am Zinnia Sue. I'm an Asian woman. I only stand 4'11", but you can't tell because I'm seated at my drum kit. I am wearing a black, actually it's one of our pieces of merch, a Trash Panda Go-Kart V-neck shirt dress. We have other things. And I am playing a Gretsch Sparkle Red drum kit. Oh, she's putting in. We do put in earplugs, but hopefully it won't be too overwhelming for you.
If you need some, they're on the merch.
Yeah, we do have free earplugs out there, so we won't be offended if you run out and come back. Let's see. This song is called Perpetual Foreigner. And we loved the book Interior Chinatown. We also really loved the TV show. If you haven't watched the TV show, highly recommended. And let's just think of this song like an ensemble number from a rock opera, right? Like it might be a piece from Jesus Christ Superstar or Rent, something like that. And to set the scene, imagine, if you will, Los Angeles, Chinatown, evening. This is the Central Plaza. We see the red lanterns strung overhead. The sky is dusky. We might see a lit shop front or two, a shopkeeper, some locals, and center stage, face down as usual, is Willis Wu. Dead Asian guy, still dead. 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 Dead, 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 dead. Dead, 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 dead Asian guy, still dead. Dead Asian guy, still dead. Dead Asian guy, still dead. Dead Asian guy, still dead.
This performance is not for you. Realities we've torn between two. This performance is not for you.
Realities were torn between two.
Who you worship, who you grow up to be.
That was awesome. All right. I bet you all are wondering who won the poster. I'd like to, where is she? Alicia Baker, you won the poster. Congratulations. I'd like to thank, again, all of you for being here tonight. Our next show is next month. I should have pulled up the paper beforehand. I have so many in my hand. I'm going to just keep on talking so it's not awkward and silent during that period of time. I think it's June 13th, but I don't want to lie to you. It is June 10th. Oh, there it is. You got to hear my inner monologue. It sounds like that. And that's medicated too. Saturday, June 13th, 2026, 7:30, here at Hugo House, Cosmonites. You have time to read it. It's very good. The graphics in it are awesome. I'd like to thank the performers one more time. Tara Chug, Lauren Fernandez, Jess Pillay, Shar Easter, Naomi Adele Smith, Brian Connor, Young Chai Lee, Mushy Bones, Alex Guy, and Trash Panda Go-Karts. They've all been so awesome. So have you. If you are a member, you are welcome to come up onto stage and grab almost every single book. Do we remember which one not to grab? Nope. You could grab that one if it's there. Wrong answer, but that's okay. I'm glad you tried. What's the wrong book? What can you not grab? Interior Chinatown. You could tell that I'm also a teacher. I'm like, repeat back what I said because I don't know if you were listening. You've been such a lovely audience. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Inspiration from